What if I told you that the smartphone, the App Store, touchscreens, mobile emojis, and even the concept of the cloud were all invented in 1990? Long before Steve Jobs stood on a stage in 2007 to announce the first iPhone, a secretive, hyper-ambitious Silicon Valley startup had already built it. They had backing from tech giants like Sony, Motorola, and AT&T. Their stock market launch was one of the most hyped events of the decade. They had gathered the greatest team of engineers ever assembled. And yet, you've probably never heard of them. Because they didn't just fail, they failed so spectacularly that the company completely vanished from history. This is the story of General Magic, the greatest tech company that was 20 years too early. Our story begins inside Apple in 1989. A visionary named Mark Porat approaches Apple's CEO with a radical, almost crazy idea. He writes a note that reads, "A tiny computer, a telephone, a very personal object. It must be beautiful. It must offer the tactile satisfaction of a seashell. Once you use it, you won't be able to live without it." At the time, computers were giant beige boxes sitting on desks. The idea of putting one in your pocket to talk to people was sci-fi. Apple thought it was too distracting, so they let Porat spin the project out into a brand new independent company. They named it General Magic, and immediately it became a magnet for genius. Porat recruited the legendary engineers who designed the original Macintosh, Bill Atkinson and Andy Hertzfeld. Then they hired brilliant, hungry young interns, including a young engineer named Tony Fadell. The hype was unreal. The team locked themselves in a secret building, working 80-hour weeks, fueled by a cult-like belief that they were bringing the future to mankind. By 1994, the magicians had done the impossible. They built a device called the Sony Magic Link. And looking back at it today, it is absolutely terrifying how much they got right. It didn't use a keyboard, it had a touchscreen, it didn't have a command line, it had a user interface designed like a physical desk with a phone and a Rolodex. It had a feature called Telescript that allowed software to travel across a network to buy airline tickets or check stock prices. Literally the invention of modern apps and mobile e-commerce. It had rich multimedia email, online games, and a tiny set of expressive symbols you could send to friends. Yes, General Magic literally invented the mobile emoji. They even pioneered a concept where your data lived on a massive network of servers instead of the device itself. They called it the cloud. The company went public in 1995. On day one, their stock price doubled. Wall Street declared them the undisputed future of technology. So, why aren't we all using a Magic Link today? Because General Magic committed the ultimate tech sin. They were too right too early. To understand their downfall, you have to remember what the world looked like in 1994. Mobile data networks didn't exist. To use the Magic Link, you had to physically plug a telephone wire into a wall. Even worse, the average person didn't even have an email address yet. Nobody understood why they needed a pocket computer to check stock quotes when they could just open a newspaper. The device cost $800. Adjusted for inflation today, that's over $1,500. It was a luxury toy for an infrastructure that didn't exist. To solve problems the public didn't know they had. But the final nail in the coffin, a massive blind spot. While General Magic was building a private closed network for their devices, a little thing called the World Wide Web exploded into the mainstream. The open internet arrived and General Magic completely missed the boat. Sales skyrocketed straight to zero. The partners pulled out. By 2002, General Magic officially went bankrupt, liquidated its assets, and faded into tech mythology. But this isn't a story about failure. It's a story about the DNA of the modern world. Remember those young, heartbroken interns and engineers who wept when General Magic collapsed? They didn't give up on the dream. They just waited for the world to catch up. That young intern, Tony Fadell, he went back to Apple and co-created the iPod and the iPhone. Another General Magic engineer, Andy Rubin, he went on to co-found Android, a tech support guy working in their office named Pierre Omidyar. He used General Magic's concept of online code to build a little website called eBay. Every single piece of technology in your pocket right now, from the screen you are watching this video on, to the server streaming it, was dreamed up by a group of outcasts in a room in 1990 who failed so we could succeed. General Magic proved that in the world of technology, being too early is exactly the same as being wrong. But without the people crazy enough to be early, the future would never arrive.